right, ladies and gentlemen, introducing you to this bout. We fight 3 by 5 minute rounds. We do it in the welterweight division, and this one is brought to you thanks to Q State Electrical. Introducing to you first, standing across in the blue corner, weighed in officially 77.60 kilos. Travels to us tonight from Sydney, trained out of the Lions Den Academy, into the cage for fight number 2, looking for his first victory. This is Jordon Gamble. His opponent standing across in the red corner. Tip the scales, ready to go, 77.35 kilos. From right here in Brisbane, Queensland, trained out of the base training centre. He too steps into the cage for the second time as a pro, looking for win number 1. Brisbane, raise the roof, make some noise. This is Max Kelly! Referee, third man in the middle here, Mr. Phil Cassidy.
Fight number 10 on our card, brought to you by Q State Electrical, your one-stop shop for residential and commercial electrical. No job is too big or too small. Head to qstateelectrical.com.au to get in contact with the team. Feeling out process from both fighters. As we spoke about, Gamble with his chin in the air, looks like he's opting to go with the hands out to mitigate some of those strikes, but I think it could be a good way to keep Max off him and give Max a lot to think about.
Yeah, Max is a super explosive fighter. You can't lose your focus for even a second with Max. He's someone you don't want to blink when you're watching him.
It's always a fun moment. It's like he takes everything personally in there.
For sure.
Feeling out process. Alternating stances. Find ourselves in the open stance. Whenever Max Kelly is changing stance, Gamble's doing the same. It looks like he wants to be in an open stance situation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think both boys walked out orthodox. Gamble switched. Max switched.
It's weird. Yeah. It's like it's a tennis match of who wants to be in what stance. But you get that once you get to these pro fights. Once these guys have had that experience, what feels comfortable. Even these feints, they're getting reads. Oh, he checked. I'll feint. He puts the leg up. I'll kick it when it comes down. It's these little subtle things that you have to watch for. Even reaching for the hand. Goes down low.
All right. Okay, those strikes up.
Touching of the hands. Touching of the hands. And Kelly going for the open side. Again, we're touching for the hands. Goes for that side. These are the little subtleties that you need to pick up on. And like you said, the explosiveness of Max Kelly.
Yeah, absolutely. He does a good job, I think, of kind of making you fall into his pace. A bit of touch with the lead hand, and then just out of nowhere, 0 to 100 in 1 second, and then you find yourself on your back.
The body lock's a fantastic way to mat return, isn't it? But it becomes very difficult to establish anything from there. Any submissions, any strikes, because you need to control your opponent, but you need your arms to do both of those things.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, Max immediately looked to switch to a seatbelt, but I think maybe a little bit too late. Gamble was already standing up, just looking to reestablish control.
That's that Lions Den Academy pedigree. Max trying to kick the leg out of Gamble, but Gamble's just such a good base. With those long legs, Kelly going all in, putting the hooks in. He's at least got one in. Gamble trying to shuck him off onto the side.
Nice work by Kelly using a chest lock there. He's going double underhooks. It makes it very hard to shake the person on your back off when they take that chest lock. Yeah, and he's gone back to it.
Yeah, 100%. That's beautiful grappling. And if you're Gamble, you're just fighting, trying not to be broken down.
Yeah, absolutely. Super exhausting there to keep your posture.
Kelly falls over the top. Possible armbar.
Yeah, he collected the Kimura grip on the way off as he fell. He's still got it, but on your back, pinned against the cage, wedged in that space, it's going to be very hard to finish that armbar.
And he finds himself going from attacker to the attacked. Jordon Gamble with his head up against the cage, seemingly going to work. You can just see him mashing that forearm into the head of Max Kelly, not just being uncomfortable, but the body follows the head, doesn't it? If you can keep it a certain way, it's very difficult to get up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kelly does that. Educated audience know exactly what they're looking at. Kelly looking for that Kimura grip. Jordon Gamble, he's just so deep. Both arms around. Had that arm close to him, but Kelly's worked that, almost wormed the arm in, and he gets the figure four. We'll see if he can break the grip and force Gamble into yet another roll. The MMA gloves make it very difficult to get a good purchase on the arm. It's like by the time you get off the glove and you're on the arm, it's like the thick part of the forearm.
Yeah, absolutely. For both guys, I mean, it can also be exhausting here for Gamble, just trying to keep that grip closed with Max weighing on it. Nice reversal. But Gamble manages to stay on top with the body lock.
It's almost like Gamble saw the blueprint possibly to stifle Max Kelly and break him down. Kelly having his moments in the start, Gamble towards the end. It makes it a very interesting round.
That is the end of round number one. It's Jordon Gamble against Max Kelly. So what's your next accused space?
Linesden fighter versus base training centre fighter. You can see from our replay, Max Kelly initiating the grappling. Trying to get that second one in, going over the top. When he abandoned that double underhooks, it was when he got shucked over the top. And Jordon Gamble making the most of the last paragraph of the first round.
Second down, let's go!
So we head into our second round. 10th fight of the evening, brought to you by Crucible State Electrical. Both boys 0-1 as pros. This time the 0 has got to go, but it's for a win. I prefer to see these fights. You see guys really, not desperation, but there's a hunger in these fights, and it takes place in the camp. It takes place in the cage as well. But it's a lot more methodical. These guys plan for each other more. They're not hunting for a finish necessarily. They're trying to get that W out of the way.
You right? You right? Turn!
Unfortunately, as a strike possibly went low. I couldn't see it from my angle. It didn't look low, but
yeah, Max looked a little shocked. It looked like maybe he didn't really agree.
I thought it was kind of on the waist.
Just take care of him, okay? Keep him up.
Who knows?
Right?
I've competed before and my cup has been pulled by the shorts and things happen in your cup, so it could have been a wardrobe malfunction, who's to say? But we find ourselves back into the action. A little bit more aggression on the feet from Gamble, and I think it's needed. When Kelly's allowed to go first, he's got that variation of strikes. He kicks the legs, he teeps to the body, he controls the hands, he jabs to the body.
Yeah, like you said, Jake, it looks like Gamble's much more comfortable in the open stance. It looks like every time Max switches, he switches too to make sure they stay in that open stance.
Oh, up top.
Over
the top! If we know Max Kelly, this could be the beginning of a flurry. And Jordon Gamble just so smart. Trying to hold on to that. Even this is buying him time, and a big shot from Kelly. 1 foot on the ground, manages to hit him with yet another. If I'm Kelly, I'm breaking. And that's exactly what he tries to do. Looking for the uppercut. Smacks Gamble right in the ear. Max Kelly going to work. Jordon Gamble trying to hand it back. Double underhooks for Max Kelly, trying to get a takedown. A very, very explosive flurry there from Max Kelly.
Yeah, that's just classic Max Kelly too. Just playing a bit of tap. It's nice and light, and then a massive punch.
Oh, that seemed to bother Jordon. Max Kelly's working. He's decimating him. And it's a demolition right. As we were talking about Max Kelly's explosiveness, his desire to win. The O had to go, and it is a W for Max Kelly. It really was the beginning of the end. A big right hand from our next-gen construction replay. It really was the beginning of Max Kelly taking this fight away. Jordon Gamble doing quite well to stay in it. The flurry, the elbows, and just a destruction from Max Kelly breaks Jordon Gamble down. If you are hurt and you are fighting Max Kelly, it is simply blood in the water.
Yeah, great work by Max. That right hand that landed, that was some full body commitment on that punch. That was a huge punch and a huge reaction out of Gamble as well when it hit him.
Yeah, you know when it's a good shot. When the fist doesn't move, the head does. A fantastic finish for Max Kelly as we kick it to James O'Shea in the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our two fighters, and also a big thank you to our sponsor of this bout, Q State Electrical. 2:03 of round number 2. Your winner by TKO, coming up from the red corner, Max